When I was back in Philadelphia, I was going through my notes and looking for the stuff that you wanted, author, and found this package, 1944. There was a little passage there, about 2 pages, about the predicament of the helicopter in 1944. I likened it to the early bird that was beginning to have wings, but they weren't good enough to fly. And I speculated on how many million years it would be for that bird to dedicate himself to practicing flying and making his wings get bigger while he developed into a flying animal. Because if you use the theory of survival of the fittest, he was less fit not using 2 of his legs and trying to make them into wings. He wasn't escaping from predators when he couldn't fly. So there was a long sort of incubation period when the bird was having to evolve to a better bird, a bird good enough to fly. And that was the period that is not accounted for by evolution. Well, I was bringing it to bear on the problem of the helicopter. We had this intermediate phase when we just had more troubles, and everybody just had to be patient till we could evolve the thing into the final state. Well, this was an early premonition of the whole book, Reflexive Universe, because I insisted that what made the bird evolve was the will to fly. The will including making the effort and continually trying. And I once went to the zoo. I used to go to the zoo because I liked animals and I liked to sketch them. But I was amazed to see this lizard, this rather bored with life. He had nothing to do in this cage, but he had a little artificial tree, which it wasn't too little, it was about this high. And he would climb up and go out on the limb. He was about 2 feet long and quite heavy. And he'd lie on this limb and roll off, plump. And then he'd do it over again. I had to believe trying to fly. He was at least making an effort.